rinse it off. All right, nice and rinse. Okay. All right, so I went and washed my truck. I was gonna walk and then go wash my truck, but everywhere I went, the parks are just full of kids' soccer teams. It's a little after 11:10 right now. And so decided I was gonna skip that for now, just come back to the house. I washed my truck and just do some chores around here. Need to clean the kitchen, do some laundry. Hadn't vacuumed in a while, so I'm also gonna put on a pork roast. Thought I'd enjoy a little bit more coffee. So now my apartment here, I'm enjoying it. It's just the right size for me, obviously. And I think, well, after I first showed it, I think it was Loner who commented and said it looked cozy. And it is cozy, and that's what I intended. You know, I wanted it to be comfortable, you know, nice place to feel comfortable. So, and it is. So I've enjoyed it. But, you know, I didn't put up a video last Sunday, and that was pretty much because I just really wasn't in the mood for it. I didn't want to, just because of the events that happened just that week right before, several days before. I just, you know, wasn't in the mood. It was, you know, there's some young people I know that it really affected very hard. So I just wasn't in the mood. So there are 2 or 3 things I wanted to mention. One is that we raised over $1,000, $1,030. So my original goal was 500, and we ended up blowing up over 1,000. So guys, thank you so much for that. Also, I had mentioned in my last video about really wanting to do a walk for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They've got different chapters. There's a Central Texas chapter, and they're having a walk on the 27th, next Saturday, in Waco, nearby. And so I think they call it Out of the Darkness. And so they have them at different times all over the nation. And but I'm not going to make that. And the reason is because I had an opportunity to do a field trip on that day, going up to the Fort Worth area, an all-day thing. And so I just couldn't pass up the money for that. So, but I'm not going to be there. So there's some other 5K type, events around for various causes that I really would like to get involved. I used to do that a long time ago when I first really tried to start losing weight and was a lot more serious about it. Quite a few years ago, I would jog. I'd start off walking, and then I would kind of do a jog and run. And some of my nephews went with me on those, so that was a lot of fun. So I want to start doing that just to kind of get me inspired or motivated, whatever, to instead of just going out on the trail, finding some trail or the same trail. You know, these things come up fairly regularly, and this is the season for them, really. And so I'm hoping to get involved, planning on getting involved in some of those. And I haven't been weighing much lately. Just every several days, I might get on the scale and just kind of see, and I've been doing well as far as my eating, pretty well. I haven't been doing a lot of exercise, so I'm hovering right around the same weight. So I'm not too worried about it, which reminds me, I got a good compliment just yesterday, actually, from someone at work. I'm a bus driver. And so whenever we drop off students at a school, we walk the bus to make sure there's no sleepers. I've had sleepers, especially the elementary. And so I was walking my bus, and then the bus behind me was parked right behind me. And so since y'all have seen on my videos, probably I used to have to squeeze down the aisle sideways and to get to the back. And now I've lost enough weight to where I touch the seats, but I mean, I can walk just fine down the aisle. So I was in a hurry because they were waiting on me. So I just walked back real fast, checking everything, and then walked back. And so when we got back to base, one of the monitors that was on that bus, the monitor on that bus, he said, "Well, Chapman," he said, I'm proud of you. He said, "I saw how you maneuvered, that bus." I thought he was talking about my backing skills or something because I didn't know where he saw me, He said, "No, going down the aisle, I remember when, you used to." So it's always nice when someone notices, and it reminds me that even though it's slow right now and I'm struggling to get over this hump, that I've made a lot of progress, and I'm not content to stay here, but I want to give myself credit for that. Because things are much better when it comes to, to the bus, to the job, and the physical activity that I have to do. It's a lot easier and a lot better. I can do a better job. And I look forward to it getting even better, getting this weight off of me. So I'm still, what is it? It's, September, kind of getting late into September. I'm wanting to get 100 pounds off of me from January 1st that I started till December, end of December. I want to have gotten more than 100 pounds, or at least 100 pounds off of me for this year. So, good Sunday morning, everybody. All right, let's go get on the scale. All right, so I think the last time I weighed on video was 3 weeks ago. And I weighed 368 pounds. And this morning, I weigh 368.8 pounds. So that gives me, since January 1st of this year, a total loss of 85.6 pounds. So I know I can lose over 100 pounds, a good bit over 100 pounds before the end of the year. So just got to do it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and Lord willing, I'll see you next Sunday.